The Philippines is a great country to find and seek adventure. Almost all brands have their own version of an adventure bike for us to choose from to take on our beautiful country. In this episode, we take a closer look at the mighty Triumph Tiger 900 Rally Pro. As early as 1937, the Tiger moniker was already used by Triumph. This series has a jaw-dropping 80-plus years of adventure history. In fact, it's safe to say it has the world's longest adventure bike story to tell. This is adventure in racing, rallying, and touring, to eventually evolving to modern-day adventure and travel. This generation looks at Triumph as something that is cool both in the past and present with nostalgic eyes. While yes, Triumph from the present-day perspective would look at the brand leaning towards classic-looking lines, we just need to realize that back in the day, it was going head-to-head with everybody else in terms of tech and reliability. Nowadays, they are doing the same thing, this time with their Tiger series.
You burden me with your questions, you haven't done no lies. You always asking what it's all about, don't listen to my replies. You say to me I don't talk enough, but when I do I'm a fool. These times I've spent I've realized I'm gonna shoot through and leave you the things you say. Your purple prose just gives you away the things you say. You're unbelievable.
The Tiger 900 Rally Pro is designed to max out your experience in the off-road world, at least with what is achievable with a bike of this size and weight, while still giving on-road comfort and purpose. The other variants, the GT Pro N900, is primarily for on-road and long distance. So think of the Rally Pro being able to do all of that with dirt added to its resume. You just gotta use a good set of tires that can tread on both off-road and on-road. The engine is Euro 5, of course, with a new innovative configuration. We got 900 cc's here, 3 cylinders, more capacity with this engine. It's got 10% more torque than the previous 800 at 87 Nm at 7,250 RPM. Across the rev range, we have more power with a 9% bump in the mid-range at 93 HP. In that segment, in terms of acceleration, this is one of the fastest out there right now. The triple piston engine trumpets aggressiveness. It's engaging. It's addicting. Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. This is the Triumph Tiger Rally Pro. So one of the first things I noticed, that would be dipping a lot, and I already told myself, okay, this is geared more for off-road, it's tuned more for off-road. And then as you see, it says here Rally Pro. So I was taking a mental note that if you've been wanting to use this for the street more, then you should retune that, tune this for the street if you want this to use for, if you want to use it for the street. And then I finally read up on it, and the Rally line of the Triumph Tiger is made for off-road. That's why it's tuned like that. That's why that thing's diving out in the front. So it is behaving the way it's supposed to because the Rally version is for off-road, okay? Just wanted to say that. So the Triumph Tiger is actually a mid-sized adventure bike. Now one would say, that's mid-sized? I mean, it's huge, right? Mid-sized because it is under 1,000 cc's. Also, technically, it is lighter than its German, Italian, and Austrian counterparts. It looks huge, yes, but according to Triumph, they are pegging this as a mid-sized adventure. So what are the differences between the Rally series and the GT series? Straight off the bat, it's the wheel configuration. For the GT, they have 17s. For the Rally, they have 21s and 17s. The bike is also 5 kilos lighter. I'd say that to be significant. It's not easy to shed weight while improving performance, a problem engineers will always struggle through time. So one of the cool things about the Tiger Rally Pro compared to the older version is that this is 20 pounds lighter. How did they do that? There are many things that they did. One of the main reasons why it is that light, it is because of the new steel trellis frame that is lighter and their aluminum subframe, which is bolted on. Suspension is top of the line spec. Like I mentioned, you can dial in to go anywhere you need to go. Showa shocks here at the front, and of course, because we're talking about the Rally series, this is geared more for the off-road, and when you say off-road, you need more suspension travel. Basically, that's it. So for the front, we have 9.4 inches of travel, and over at the rear, we have 9 inches of travel. Very good off-road numbers. Those are the rear shocks, as you can see, and I like how you have easy access if you want to adjust your rear shocks. Over at the front, yes, it is also adjustable. However, it is only the forks that let you adjust compression and damping as well. Can't do that with the rear. The Rally Pro also has a new twin radiators setup. So this bike compared to the older 800 is cooler, both in looks and performance. Now, a lot of influence from the dirt bike world. As you can see, these are split radiators. And with split radiators, that allows engineers to put the wheel closer to the bike. And when the wheel is closer to the bike, of course, that means better handling. The width is actually narrower. It's sexier. That makes it just, you know, easier to grip and handle as opposed to really bulky adventure bikes. So again, on the side profile, it looks huge, it looks big, but if you look at it from this side, it's not that big. And when you look under, how they were able to achieve that, you got your split radiators. So this is now in an angle, thus able to compress the width of the bike. So this would be a mid-sized adventure and you want to hit trails, this can hack it. And as for the engine, well, yeah, Tiger 900, right? It got bumped up to 900cc. It's got 9% more power now. It's got 94 horses. Torque is up by 10%, so performance-wise, there's a decent improvement compared to the older engine. Going now to the TFT display. It's huge. This is a big display. Look at how big that TFT display is. This is my chinelas. It's 11 inches. This thing has a lot of connectivity as well. You can connect to your phone. And what's also cool, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure, I have not seen this with any other brand yet, you can actually connect this with your GoPro. So you can control your GoPro from there, right? So you don't have to, you know, constantly turn it on, turn off, but you get your hands off your handlebar like from here. Turn off your GoPro. Chook. You can just, you know, turn off your GoPro and without you having to take your hand off, you know, the handlebar. So that's nice. They have cornering ABS, cornering traction control, 6 riding modes like rain, road, sport, rider, off-road, and off-road pro. You have your style select, so that's one of the styles. See, so many things you can do here. It's another style, style 4, right? So cool. So again, it looks intimidating, but once you fiddle around with it, you'll understand and get this immediately. It'll take you about 2-3 minutes to figure it out. It's pretty easy to understand. We also have the new Triumph Shift Assist, up-down quick shifter, LED lights all the way, daytime running lights. Okay, let's fire it up. So those are your lights. That's low beam, that's high beam, low beam, high beam. That is your LED turn signals. Fog lamps are nice. It feels like there's like an eye. There, see? Like an eye. That's creepy. Look at that. It's like you're gonna expect it to blink or something. Let's take a listen. Sounds awesome. Over to the side, you will see a charging port, like so. Chook. Let's take a look under the seat. Ta-da! So the person before me went on an adventure. Look at all that mud. Tools, little compartment there for your ORCR. Pretty clean. Layout is decent. The seat is connected to this. I assume that is because it has a seat warmer. So, full option for this Rally Pro. Quality, fit and finish. A number of Triumphs have gone through my garage already. One of the things that they can be proud about would be their seat. From the quality of the foam that they use, from the material for the upholstery. Pretty good quality. What I can also commend is the foam that they have given to the pillion rider. Look at how much foam they have here at the back. See, that thing's going nice and down, especially this part. Look, see, a lot of foam. This is going to be very, very comfortable for your pillion and for your partner. And in terms of the seat over here, pretty good also. A lot of foam, nice and wide for your bum. Understand just how wide that is. About 11 inches for your bum. I've never seen powder coat like this deep of a black. Usually it's a whitish black, you know. This is a nice deep black, so honestly I don't know if this is paint or powder coat, but nevertheless that's really good. Plastics are alright, paint is okay. I prefer and like the paint job of the Thruxton more. Nice highlight here, aluminum. Nice touch. Looking at the face, of course, this does not look menacing. This just looks chill, like he's a chill robot. Not angry like, yeah, just chill. Just like, leave me alone. I want to go on adventures, leave me alone. Windscreen right now does an adequate job deflecting the air. It is adjustable, of course. You just got to unscrew that, and then you can bring it up or bring it down. I wish it would be on the fly though, like a little switch here, so that you can just go foot and it's gonna go up, or foot, it's gonna go down. I think that would be a good improvement. Quality of everything is not bad. Heated grips here, so it's full-blown, full option, although you won't be using that in our country. I like the grip here, it's nice and sticky. For a full-on adventure, I will ditch this. I'll get something better. There are many aftermarket adventure mirrors out there, some that have screws over here so you can adjust it like that. And I think it would be very helpful depending on your height, depending on your size, especially when you're going on an adventure. Making sure that everything's according to spec to your body would be good. So adjustability here for those aftermarket mirrors would be great. And for our tires, we have some Pirellis. Airbox is more accessible. It's very easy to change. The Tiger also has 65 plus accessories that you can buy to help you customize your bike according to your needs. The tank can carry 20 liters. Very useful for long stretch adventures. Brakes are monoblock Brembo Styleless. Alrighty, brakes time. Triumph Tiger. Ika nga ni Sagat. Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. Start with our rear brakes first. See how that does. When will the ABS kick in? 30 kilometers an hour. Slam on the brakes. Grag, 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 grag. Brakes at 37 kilometers an hour. Let's try to go 40 kilometers an hour this time for the rear, so we can observe what's going on. Alright, let's go for 50, 60. Slam on the brakes. Now that's a lot of pressure I'm putting on the rear brakes, and you're seeing how it's slowing down. Auto slam. Let's now go to the front. Alright, so again, the rear brakes, ABS, very sporadic. It's still slowing down, of course. I was expecting it to behave like that. I mean, this is a big and hefty bike. We're gonna go for the front this time. Let's go for 30 kilometers an hour. Slam on the brakes. You can see a lot of dipping with the front fork. You're really gonna dive, which tells us off-road wise, this is very capable. On-road, when you're braking, be aware of that so you don't get surprised when you're dive bombing in the front. 40 kilometers an hour. Slam on the brakes. Slight skid there in the front, but I may attribute that to the tires stopping okay. What I like about the performance of the front versus the rear, naturally you're gonna have stronger brakes out at the front, but the gap of that strength between the rear and the front is not that big. 60 kilometers an hour. Slam on the brakes. ABS, you can feel it in your hands. It's jarring, pumping, but yep, you are gonna be dive bombing. So let's do both now. Good stopping power with both this time. Nice. Aggressive braking there. Pretty good. Now just to illustrate the dipping, that's a lot of dip. So, you know, it's got to get used to it. That kind of play in the front is going to be awesome in off-road. Like what they say, there is no true one bike for everything. It's going to be give or take. Obviously, the front suspension is tuned more for the rough and tough. And I'm not sure if that's a factory tuning, because I can see you can adjust it. So it's a matter of, you know, tune to taste. But right now, this is tuned for off-road.
myself, I didn't want you around. Those pretty faces always made you stand out in a crowd. Then someone picked you from the bunch, one glance was all it took. And now it's much too late for me to take a second look. Oh baby, give me one more chance. Won't you please let me back in your heart?
There is many to like about this 900 Rally Pro, despite the fact that there is a 1200 that was recently released. Power to weight ratio, of course, will be an advantage. And like what I always say, there is no perfect bike out there. And at this point in our motoring history, we are at the cusp of the transition from gas to electric. It would be cool if Triumph would delve into this and develop a hybrid engine of sorts. A bit of electric, a bit of gas. At its price, this is a compelling choice in the litter adventure segment. And this is solid proof that Triumph is not just about history, classic lines, and heritage. It's also about the future. This is Zach for Machina Moto Features. Ciao.
One more chance.